Hey, welcome to the Grains and Grace podcast. It's good to be back. I'm John,
Hey, I'm Ryan.
and this is Super Bowl
Oh
weekend.
man, John, how are you doing?
Chiefs, baby.
Oh, yep, rocking my Kelsey jersey. I'm trying to not make
Kelsey,
noise
Kelsey
while standing
Bowl.
up. Oh
All
man,
right.
I'm surprised that I'm even able to have a coherent conversation with you because my nerves are a little bit like off
Are
the
you
charts.
are you nervous about the
I
game?
I don't handle it well because we know that we have a great team, but it's like now the whole nation's there and you gotta perform really well and make sure there's no questionable calls so there's no one like grumbling the day afterwards. I don't just want to win. I want to win a clean, like beautiful blowout game that no one can have any complaints about. That's what I'm nervous
Well,
about.
you know the ref is the ref that hates us. So
Sheffers, yeah.
yeah, so we're already gonna have problems with that. We already know that's coming.
It's
And
fun coming
then
off the last game where everyone said the refs were in the pocket of the Chiefs, and now we're all complaining because this is a ref who historically has made questionable calls against us. I think every team's just unhappy about it.
yeah, yeah, I think so. But I will. I'm going to go ahead and predict. I'm going to say 30-27 Chiefs.
I'm going to stick with the 30. I don't think they're going to score 27. I think Philadelphia, I'm going to go with the Nick Wright opinion that Philadelphia will be exposed for who
Well,
they
I will
truly
say
are.
this. Jalen Hurts, he's got that. I think he's got a shoulder injury that he's still recovering from.
He
If the
is, yeah.
if the Chiefs can shut down the run game and force Jalen Hurts to throw, maybe there's some rustiness there,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe that's our ticket to winning this game. I
Yeah,
don't know.
everyone's talking about Patrick's ankle, but from what I hear, his right shoulder injury is yeah,
Yeah,
affecting him worse. So
yeah.
man, we need
So
a whole new podcast, just the Chiefs like pregame show with Ryan and John.
brains and football.
Cranes I think we made the joke before that that's pretty much every Sunday for most Americans. I don't think we're
Most
breaking any
Americans.
ground putting
I
beer
once
in.
I once read an article. I probably mentioned this in one of our other podcasts. I once read an article that uh with the decline, because there's a decline of Christianity and religion in this country. But what this guy pointed out, I think his name was Nigel Barber. He was a psychologist, and he wrote that football and sports is like this new religion for Americans. So kind of an interesting thought that people do kind of treat it in a fanatical way. They're fans and they're fanatical about it.
Oh, without a doubt.
I mean, I had my problems at one time, with fandom, and I would get so just like into it, and I had to just like step back for a minute because I was like, man, I'm going overboard.
Well, yeah, it's weird going from being a Kansas City resident my entire life from days when you were just numb, a loss didn't hit you that much because that was sort of the norm. You got really excited about any good
Yeah,
seasons. And now that we've got things going for us, it's just like, well, now we have to be on top at all times or someone's going to say something. It's a whole different world.
yeah, yeah.
But
So we're still hanging out with the great state of Minnesota.
we are.
By the way, a team that did not get into the Super Bowl. Oh, sorry. Sorry.
We're not going to get the guests that we keep talking about if we talk
I
trash on
know.
their team.
I know. I'm terrible. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
But yeah, we're doing a Minnesota brewery. Shells is what's on the can as I was researching them for the last YouTube video that I put out. I think the
Yes.
full name is August Schell's Brewing Company.
Okay.
So that's who's making all these lovely beers or okay beers, depending on the
The
week.
last one, Fresh Prince, we liked.
Yeah, we like that a
That
lot. And
I
the
would,
Scotch
I would,
Ale.
I would. Yeah, the Scotch Ale. The further I get away from that one, like when we first tried it, I was like, it's okay. As I gain more distance from that one, I can honestly say that's the only one I'll ever have in my life.
I think it's a forgetful beer. It's not that it's bad, it just leaves no impact on you.
I would rather. I think now that I've gotten so much distance, I think I would rather drink a hot PBR than drink that one again. Bad.
Well, yeah, if you're drinking a hot PBR, there's probably like a scenario that you're taking part in. Like something
Yeah.
cool is probably happening. You aren't doing that by choice. You're like having fun and You're like, oh, cool. I got a beer on top of this. I'm sure.
Yeah, yeah, you're probably right.
You're
So what are we
unwind.
drinking today? What is
So
this?
we are drinking. I think it's a lot like us. We're drinking Shell's No Frills. You got the better view on your camera than mine. Yeah, No Frills, German style Pilsner. Well, I
Look at
should
that
like.
can. That's a
Yeah, I
cool. Now
like it.
this, I like this can better than the other two. I know that the Fresh Prince can, I don't really get the Fresh Prince can. I mean, it was funny. I mean, I get it.
Uh-huh.
It was funny, but it didn't like. It's not a can that when you see it, you're like, man, I want to drink a beer.
No, this is timeless. I
This
think the this
this
look
one
is
kind of
called.
has a this has an old school like drink me. I'm an awesome German beer.
Yeah, I think this look is called like Art Deco, the way the kind of gold shapes and stuff. If I
Yeah.
remember from high school art class. But
Yes.
you
Yes.
know, you know
Art
what I
Deco.
like doing as much as I like talking about the can?
What?
I like drinking the beer, John. You want to try this beer?
You ready to
Um,
try this? It's a
yeah, I don't know
German
if there's
style
anything else.
pilsner.
Yeah,
They're,
since 1860, brewed to endure a
wait, has
storied.
this company been around since 1860?
That's apparently what their can is saying. Yeah, that's some old
Okay, here's
Germans.
now I'll say one other criticism before we drink this. I love the can. I love the way it looks. Notice where the front of the can is.
Oh, you're freaking me out now. I don't like that.
Okay, look,
Well,
tabs
yours
on
is
the
worse
back.
than mine. Mine kind of lines up. Like mine lines up almost with the spout. So when I'm drinking it, I'm an advertisement for the beer.
Yeah, I don't like that my spout. I can't. I like to hold it like this so that I can see, and then I'm looking at the picture. So
Yeah, do a nice profile.
that's all. That's my only criticism so far. But let's see how it tastes. You ready?
Oh, it better be good now after that. All
Well,
right.
here we go. Oh, oh,
That's a really good beer,
what?
John.
That is awesome,
I mean, it's a beer. It is no frills, but it's just
dude.
darn
That is a
good.
good beer.
It didn't need any frills. It's just good on its own.
It's a very hot. Do you think it's a very hoppy pilsner?
Just the right amount. It's not over the
Yeah,
top anywhere. You know
it's
where I
more
would like
hoppy than most pilsners,
hmm You know where I would love to drink this beer? Like
like
at
that.
Arrowhead Stadium, like in a big
Yes,
32-ounce plastic cup. Like this is a
yes,
watching sports beer right here.
yeah. Casey,
Chiefs. Had to swallow.
how about them? Jeez.
Chiefs. So I was just noticing. So this is a good time for us to talk about our structure going forward, how we're dividing these things up. We're going to try to divide each of our podcasts into a few different segments. So I feel like we need to stretch this one out here. We got to say more about this beer if it's going to be its own segment.
Well, it is its own segment, and we are going to talk more about this beer because this beer is wonderful. Like
Uh-huh.
I said, we talked about the can, we talked about the taste, and again, this is out of Minnesota. So I don't. Can you can't get this beer here? Is this something you have to special order?
I don't know.
I've not seen it at the stores.
No, it's not at the stores by any means. I know this one came from someone who was living in Minnesota who's listening to the show. Shout out, thank you.
Oh,
So I think this was hand delivered. This was carried by an individual all the way from Minnesota to my doorstep.
oh, really? He walked all the way from Minnesota.
Well, I don't know if he walked. He may have driven, but
Okay.
yeah,
Wow.
we got the insight. I don't know. I know you can like order wine and bourbon and stuff online. I've never tried ordering beer directly from like small breweries. I always feel like you would have to order a big amount to get them to deliver it to you.
Yeah. Well, I would say that this one and the IPA that we had last week, those to me should be in our stores.
Oh, without a doubt.
If they're not in our stores, I think that you could make you could make an argument that those beers belong here. Now, their Scotch thing, they can just leave that in Minnesota.
No, we'll try another one in the future. The Scotch ales are actually really enjoyable. There's one that we can get here that's called Old Chub. And it's a funny name. Old Chub makes me laugh. And and B, it's good. So
Yeah.
maybe we'll have to try that one in the future.
And here's another thing I want us to do for an idea for beers. And so if anybody likes this idea, comment or tell us. We're probably just going to do it anyway. But
Yeah, yeah.
I was at Aldi today. I love Aldi. Aldi's big around here in the Midwest. I think it's all over the country now. They're from Germany. We love all things German. They sell beers and wines and stuff there, right?
Uh-huh.
And so I went ahead and I am going to be trying some Aldi beer to see what their beers taste like. Or
Uh-huh.
I think we should do a couple trials on here.
The beers of Aldi. No, they actually do have people that choose the stuff. Just because it's low in price doesn't mean it's low in quality. I used to get wine from Aldi, and they have some really good wine choices there too.
Well, the irony is the beer that I bought today is supposed to it's actually from Holland. It's a beer made in Holland. It's called the Holland 1839. I haven't tried it yet, and they I guess are kind of competitors with Heineken a little bit,
Oh,
and so I don't know, but it just seems like there's a something there based on what I was reading on the internet. Anyway, they've been brewing for since 1839, so 175 years. Um, and the price was similar to Heineken for a 6 pack, and it's actually a smaller bottle. So the Heinekens are like 12 ounce. This was like 11.2 ounces. So anyway, I say all that to say, you know, um, we'll see. Maybe there's something there.
well, this show's going to be around a long time. We're going to have a lot of beers to try. Just maybe as we close out this section, John, do you know how many video or podcasts we've done so far?
No, I don't.
This is number 25.
Are you serious?
Yeah, yeah. When I see them all lined out, they just keep growing. I go episode one, episode two, and I'm labeling. And yeah, we're on big 25 now, minus the one, last week that didn't come out in its full form. But
True. Yeah, we should probably also tell people that there's a reason why they didn't get a full form video last week because we're pretty new at this still. We're learning stuff, but we figured out what the problem was, and we've got a new format, and so with that being said, we're actually going to be coming up on our second section today. We're going to be sharing some news stories that we want to talk about, and we were going to take a short break, and we will be right back.